What is the one factor that a VTuber needs to grow? Well, simply put, your audience needs something to associate you with. Because at the start, no one knows who you are, and they don't really have a reason to care. So the best solution is to pair you, who's unfamiliar, with something they are familiar with. To give you a few examples of what I mean, let's first take a look at this video made by Onigiri that she did with Buff Pup. Now pretend you know nothing about VTubers. What factors outside of the VTubers themselves may intrigue you enough to click on this video? Well, for one, they're making a grilled cheese sandwich. Yum. They mentioned Gordon Ramsay, a famous chef who you've probably heard of at least one of his shows. Then they pose the question of, will they make a better grilled cheese sandwich than Gordon Ramsay? So now there's a bit of curiosity, like will they or won't they? You can apply this formula to a multitude of niches. Like I tried to follow a Bob Ross painting tutorial. It appeals to people interested in art and also mentions Bob Ross, a beloved figure in the art community. For our next example, we'll be taking a look at Ophelia Midnight, who's part of the company vReverie. And one of the ways many people were able to discover her is through her voice acting streams, where she would take a particular VTuber, watch some of their clips, analyze their voice, and then explain how to achieve a similar sound to the VTuber in question. So it mainly acted as a vocal study, which made for both an entertaining and educational stream. And she would usually wrap things up by giving her best voice impression of that VTuber. And the biggest draw would be the VTuber she would do a vocal study on. So essentially combining the familiar with the unfamiliar if you had never watched Ophelia's stream before. And after watching one or two of Ophelia's streams, you may be curious to see who else she's done a vocal study on. And because she has such a huge backlog of streams, it made it really easy to binge her content. Ophelia even ended up collabing with some of the talent she did voice acting streams on, like Ollie and Kiara. Then we have Kenji, who I think has done a really good job of turning one stream into multiple videos of content. One way he does this is through reactions. So even if you don't know Kenji, you may have already watched the video he's reacting to. He tends to do this often with Sunny V2 videos, and something like this isn't just limited to VTubers. You've probably seen streamers like Moist Critical do a similar thing because it works. Just imagine you react to multiple videos in one stream and then either upload them as separate videos or make even one video out of it, and it acts as a way for your name to get out there to more people. And even for something like reaction channels, you can get pretty niche with it, like reacting to just K-pop videos, because there are thriving channels out there where that's their main form of content. Next we have Rayless, who compared to the other three really went all in on YouTube Shorts, creating bite-sized lore videos for all types of VTubers. I think it was a huge success mainly for two reasons. For one, it was something more unique to the VTubing community. Cooking, painting, voice acting, and reactions are all things that are pretty readily in everyday streamers and content creators, but not so much lore. But obviously there's a market for it, otherwise the game theorists and their subsequent channels wouldn't have gotten so big. And the second reason I think Rayless really took off is that there weren't really any creators talking about the lore of other VTubers. Sure, VTubers themselves were producing lore videos, but there's really no central location where someone had compiled a bunch of lore of different creators and was explaining it. Not only from their lore videos, but also certain things they would say during stream that might add on to their lore. All of this can seem a bit overwhelming at the start, and is why I would personally recommend first creating evergreen content. Pretty much content that can be searched up even years from now. This usually comes in the form of tutorial videos, so just teaching others something you're knowledgeable about. And you may be like, I have nothing to share. But you might be surprised how something that seems like common knowledge or is easily accessible is actually not very well known. For instance, something rather commonplace in VTubing are song covers. An interesting video idea would be going into detail about how you would go about creating a cover song. A lot of people, myself included, don't know about the process. From how to record your vocals, practicing songs and language you're not fluent in, finding a mixer or mixing it yourself, hiring someone to do the visuals, and hiring an editor to put the music video all together. This gets even more complicated when you have multiple people on one cover. If you have absolutely no idea where to begin, there's no better resource than your subscription feed. What type of videos do you consume? Do you like video essays or watching speed paints? Because a lot of creators do end up creating content that they themselves would want to watch. Another approach is creating content your past self would have wanted. Maybe you're a rigger. Is there anything you wish someone would have told you at the start? Or mistakes you've made that other riggers should avoid? Start out small by creating a short or a video that's only a couple minutes long. Don't be afraid to try out new things and make sure it's something you actually enjoy creating. Otherwise, you'll get burnt out before you know it. Thank you so much for watching. I really appreciate it. I'm Thorn, and I'll catch you guys later. Bye-bye.